Hello everybody. This is going to be the first lesson right here of basically I'm going through the GED mathematics and going through all the lessons for the people that are studying for their GED, and hopefully I can help you if there are things that you don't know, can help you figure them out. So we're going to start on lesson 1 here, which is compare and order numbers. So, place value, and I am going to read everything, or at least most things, because I do want to, some people need little help and some people need more help. So if you're one of the ones that need little help, you can go ahead, fast forward through some of these parts, but I do want to be pretty comprehensive for the people that do need more help. So, place values. Numbers are, you can start reading here, numbers are part of your everyday life, whether you're paying with cash, reading bus schedules, or changing television channels, you're using whole numbers. The value of a number depends on the place value of its digits. On the place value chart below, note that the value of a digit increases as you move to the left. So as we can see here, the place, this is the ones place, the tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, which is why you'll hear say 1,479. So with the hundreds and thousands, you can actually hear the thousands and hundreds designation within the actual number itself, but obviously we don't say 1,400, 710, and 9 ones. Okay. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of obvious, but I thought I'd put that out there. So in the whole numbers shown on the chart, 1 has the greatest value. The number would be read as 1,479. So just to add to that, the number to the left always has the greatest value. So if we had a few numbers here and a 9 over here, the 9 would have the greatest value as you move to the left. So comparing and ordering values. To order numbers, you need to compare the value of their digits. Align the place values of the numbers you are comparing. Start at the left and compare the value of the first digit of each number. Example: place the number 342, 98, and 317 in order, from the least to the greatest. Okay, so compare the first digit in each number. Since 98 is a 2-digit number and the other numbers are 3-digit numbers, 98 has the smallest value. Okay, so next compare the first digit to the remaining. Well, let's do this first. Compare the first digit in each number. So basically, we'd start from the left-hand side. Okay, if we're just say, we didn't know that 317 was smaller than 342. We just saw 3 numbers, and that's pretty much it. How would we tell which number is larger than the other? Well, this only has 2 digits, so this is going to be smaller than both of these. But with numbers that have the same amount of digits, you start comparing the number all the way to the left. So number 3, for example. So compare it to the other number that has 3 digits. That's also a 3 all the way to the left. So we know they're both even as far as this is concerned. So then we move to the next number to the right and see which one is higher there. So the next number is 4, and here it's 1. So already we know that this number 342 is larger than 317 because of process of elimination by moving from left side to right side and seeing where a smaller number comes first. Okay, so that gives us this answer over here. We know 98 is the smallest because there's only two digits, and then we have 317 since the 1 is smaller than the 4, and then 342. So rounding numbers. Place value is also essential to rounding numbers. Example 2, round 2,451 to the nearest hundred. Locate the place value that you want to round to, then look at the place value to the right. If the digit to the number if the digit to the right is 5 or greater, round up. If the digit to the right is less than 5, don't change the number in the hundreds place. So since we are rounding 2,451 to the nearest hundred, remember the hundreds place we have, which shows up here, 1 is all the way to the right, 10 is the second number, hundreds is the third number. So we do that here. Ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, so if we want to round this hundreds place to the nearest hundred, we use the number to the right of that. Since this is 5, so any number that is 5 or higher would make this number over here go up to a 5, or whatever. If it was a 6, then it would go up to a 7. Sorry, that was my alarm there. So as you can see here, we went around to the nearest hundreds. So we would change this 4 to a 5, since the number to the right of it is 5 or greater. Okay, and then we would add 2 zeros to the right of the 4. So remove the 5 and the 1 and put zeros in their place. Then we would have 2,500 would be rounding to the nearest hundred. I hope you guys got that. Rounding numbers is pretty simple, but sometimes it can take people a little while to get the concept. So I'll give you another example here. For example, if they said round to the nearest tens, then we would look at right here. 5 is in the tens place. So since the number to the right of 5 is 1, which, as we said earlier, anything lower than 5, so 4 and below, would make this what do you call it? A lower number. So that would be, you'd see a 2, 4, 4, 0. Okay, so it would be 2,440 if we were rounding to the nearest tens. Again, say we were rounding to the nearest thousands. We take the thousands place, because ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. We go to the number to the right of that. Is it above 5? Is it 5 or above? No, it's not. It's below 5. So we know that we need to round this nearest thousand to, we need to make these zeros. Okay? And this would then become 2,000. If this was a 5, and we were rounding to the nearest thousands, then this would become 3,000, which would be 3, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so basically, you want to, with rounding off, you want to get rid of all these little numbers to the right of whichever number you are, or whichever place you are rounding to. That's a little more info for you than actually requested here or required here. Let's finish reading this. So round up the digit in the hundreds place, then change the digit to the right of the hundreds place 2 zeros. So like I said, 2,500. Okay, so this lesson has 2 pages. Go to the second page here. Okay, so write the digit from the number below that corresponds to the listed place value. The first one is done for you. Okay, so hundred thousands place. Okay, so we know that this is, hold on, my mouse pointer on my mouse changed. Okay, well, I'm going to use the tip of the plus as the indicator. So the 9 is 1, 7 is tens place, 8 is hundreds, 6 is thousands, 3 is 10,000, 4 is hundred thousands, and 1 is millions. So it asks us for the hundred thousands place. So we took the 4 because that's a hundred thousands place, and we put it on we put 4 right there. So you may need to refer back to the first page just to, if you're not familiar with place values, so that you can just look to remind yourself like what each of these, depending on how many spaces over each number is, which actual value that has. So hundreds, okay, so we need to find the one that's in the hundreds place. Again, we know ones, 9 is 1, 7 is tens place, and 8 is hundreds place, which is why we say 879. So 8 would be, number 2 here would be 8 in the hundreds place. So then the ones place, you guessed it, the very first one, 9. Millions place, you guessed it, here's the millions place. Thousands place, so we know this is hundreds. What comes after 100? 1,000. So we know it's a 6. Tens place, ones, tens. Okay, so 7's tens place. Then the 10,000s, we know that 6 right here is thousands place. So 1 over is 10,000s place. Okay. So let's see, round these numbers as directed. Okay, the pointer's back. Round these numbers as directed. So round 544 to the nearest hundred. So we're deciding which one this is going to be, the 5, since that's hundreds place. So we look to the right, and that's a 4. So we know that since it's below 5, this would go down. Well, 5 would remain, and then we put zeros here. Okay. The only time really this one, the place that we're determining would change is if it would actually go up. So if this was a 5, then we would change this to a 6. If it's a 4 or anything below, we actually would always leave this and just add 2 zeros. So instead of 4, we'd have 2 zeros there, so 500. Round 76 to the nearest tens. This tens place, this is a 6, so we know we change this to 8, the 7 to 8, then we add a 0, so that number would be 80. Round 1058 to the nearest hundred. We know 0 is the hundreds place. 5 is what would determine where we round it up to, so since it's 5 or above, this would become 1100. So 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, round 11,632 to the nearest thousand. So we're rounding this place here. And the number to the right is a 6. So we've changed the 1 to a 2 and add 3 zeros. 0, 0, 0. Round 1525 to the nearest 1,000. So this thousands place, which is the 1. The 1 to the right of that is 5, so we change 1 to 2 and make it 2,000. 2, 0, 0, 0. In each of the following pairs, which number is greater? So this is like what we did on the first page. We basically start from the left-hand side, okay? Well, in this case here, since this is only 2 digits and this is 3 digits, already we know that 100 is greater than 89. But here we have to start comparing the numbers on the left. So number 3, this has a number 3 in front, so does this here, so we don't know yet which one is larger. So we move to the right. This also has a number 3 as well, but this one has a number 4. We know that number 4 is higher than number 3, therefore 341 is greater than 339. Same here. We have the 1 on this all the way to the left, 1 all the way to the left, so we have to keep going to the right. So this one has 0 to the right of the 1. This has a 1 to the right of the 1. We know that 1's greater than 0, so this one's the greater one, 1145. Same here. So same numbers to the all the way to the left. the one, well, furthest to the left, and the one next to it on the right side. This is a 2, this is a 1. So we know this number here is larger. Write these numbers in order from least to greatest. So pretty much just do the same thing here. If you don't know how to do it, so look at all these numbers here. Okay, this has a 4 all the way to the left, and all these numbers, their digit to the left is smaller than 4, so we know this is the largest. Second largest would be, look at all the numbers to the left, 3. Okay, so this is largest, second largest. Then between these two, which one's larger? This has a 1, this has a 2, so we know this is larger. So it's 45. The order of greatest to smallest, 45, 39, 23, then 18. Just keep doing that with these as well. I'll show you on the larger number down here. Let's just take a snapshot instead of me saying this one's 1, this one's 1, whatever. So as you can see, the first two numbers are the same on all of these numbers. So let's just go ahead and move to the right of that. So this one here has a 3, so does this, so we still don't know, but this one has a 2. So we know this is the smallest out of all these three numbers. So between these two, which one's greater? Let's move over. So from 3, you got the 5. From this 3 to the right of it, you have a 0. So we know 5 is greater than 0, so we know this is the second smallest. So pretty much it's already in the order of greatest to least. So it's largest, second largest, and smallest. Okay. When stacking items, the heaviest item should be placed at the bottom. Starting at the bottom, in what order should items weighing 45 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, and 48 pounds be stacked? Let's see exactly what they're asking here. So pretty much you would do the same thing. Just, so this would be on the bottom. The first number would be on the bottom. Okay, stack it on the bottom here. This one here, you put, well, let's imagine that, what do you call it? The line starts right about here. Okay, so we put this 40 go on the bottom of this one here. Not really. 50 is the largest one, so let's see which order is correct. 50, 48, so we know 50 is the highest, right? And we know that these are all 4. These all have 4 first digits. Then the second digit is greatest in this one because this has 5 and this one has 0. So far these two numbers are in the correct order. Then, are these in the correct order? Yes, because we have 4 on both of them. Then the second number, which is 5, is larger than the second number here, which is 0. So this one here, C, is in the correct order. Which of the following correctly shows 1,543,976 rounded to the nearest 100,000? So remember, we're rounding 100,000s, so this is the 100,000s place. We'll count that with ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So we will be rounding to this place value here. Okay, so the number to the right of this is a 4, so we know it doesn't go up to 1,600,000. So we bring this down. We basically remove all of these from 4 on to the right and just add zeros there. So it'd be 1.5 million, 1,500,000. This one right there. Nice thing about the Kaplan series of GED is that they do have an answer key, which I will show up here real quick, and you can pause this and go back. So we just did the lesson 1. Okay, so basically this section till you see up to lesson 2, these are the answers. So if you need these, you can go ahead and take a look at them and refer to them. You can pause it and just use this page or take a snapshot of your screen. But anyways, so I'll be going through all of these different lessons in the GED book, so stay tuned. Please subscribe if you liked the information, if you felt like it helped you, and give me a like as well. Any comments as well, I'll try and get back to you on them if you need further help. Anyways, take care.